Well, welcome to the FIFA World Cup special show powered by Dafa News. Picture in the FIFA World Cup is getting clearer by the day. Yesterday, headlines were dominated with the shock defeat of Belgium as Morocco delivered a flawless performance. Questions were raised at the end of Belgium's golden generation. In the clash that followed, Spain and Germany shared the spoils at one each, putting Germany in a spot of bother on how they can qualify in the round of 16. Well, joining us, we have three of our eminent panelists who've joined from various parts of the world. We have somebody from Spain, we have someone from Doha, and also someone from India itself, but who's of a Portuguese descent. Bernard Mosquera, the Spanish coach, is joining us right now to answer two of the most critical questions of the day. One is, how did Spain pan out and play the match?
Well, thank you for inviting me again. I think that Spain has a good performance today. They have a really good first half without too many clear options to score, but getting the control of the game. I think that today it was a really tough game. Germany has a really good high press with this 4-2-3-1. Try to force to Spain to play outside. They guide to the outside spaces, and when they play there, they equal the numbers with the second striker, in that case Gundogan with Busquets, and the two center mids marking Pedri and Gavi. I think that Spain has suffered a little bit in the first time of the game, but after that they have the patience to move the ball, trying to make that Germany feels a little bit more tired to keep this pressing so aggressive, and they have the control of the game. And in the second half, they start with the same energy. They keep the ball, they have patience, and in one action that the ball goes to the outside space, they find Dani Olmo that is moving inside, and Jordi Alba take advantage of this movement of Dani Olmo to get the ball and make a really good pass for Morata. After that, I think the Germany feels that they have to give all, and they put all the players trying to be more aggressive, trying to push hard Spain in order to push them through their own goal. And I think that they have the Sané-Musiala connection between the lines, that in all these actions they create some dangers, and after a loss of Spain, they take advantage of a transition to find this connection between these two players, and finally the striker can receive the ball inside the box and he scores.
Well, Bernard made an interesting point that how Germans were tired, Spain could not capitalize on enough, but just wanted to delve a little more on, was the game driven by different coaching styles, or was it the same style that they tried on a new day? It'll be interesting to know Bernard's thoughts on this, and then I'll get my two of eminent guests from Doha and the Portugal.
And the last minutes of the game, I think that both teams were thinking about what's going to be next. I think that they were thinking about the next game that's going to be so tough, because all the teams have the chance to go through the next step, go through the next stage of the World Cup. And they were thinking about to be more conservative, and I think that the result was good for both teams.
Amazing. That was that was our colleague from Spain who joined us especially for this interesting information about the Spain's and the Germany's game. But now we'll go on straight to Doha. Joining us live from Doha is Patrick Green. Patrick, how is the atmosphere there? Are you groggy still?
Well, I'm not, but it's a fantastic atmosphere. All 32 countries together in one city. I think it's the first time that's happened in the World Cup. Normally it's all spread out across different cities, but it's all concentrated in Doha, so everyone's enjoying themselves.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on the game yesterday? Especially we talk about two of the biggest games, one upset, and then we talk about Spain and the Spain game with Germany. But right now, let's focus a little more on the Morocco game. How was the celebrations there?
Oh, absolutely crazy. There's celebrations everywhere in the stadium. It was a fantastic atmosphere. I didn't go to the game myself, but everyone that went said it was absolutely crazy. The North African fans bringing the heat the Moroccans, and also at this World Cup, the Tunisians as well. But today it was Morocco's day. Also in Morocco itself, and I heard even in Belgium, where there's a large Moroccan community, there are actually some disturbances between the Belgians there and the Moroccans. But here it's all been peaceful and friendly, but the Moroccan fans were absolutely delighted with the result.
Absolutely. We know that it was their third victory, and what a victory it was. Aptly described by Peter Drury. But I'm going to take a focus back. Do you think this game, this tournament has become a tournament of surprises and shocks?
Yeah, but I think so, definitely. I mean, well, it is a World Cup, and what is a World Cup without surprises? But this one seems to have a high degree. It almost seems like the teams that defined the previous era from maybe 2014 to 2018, they're sort of aging. The Belgian team is especially notable for this, but you also see the same with Germany, perhaps. But yes, the World Cup is perhaps at its best when it's providing shocks. You get lesser-known teams from confederations outside of Europe and South America. I'm talking about Africa, Asia, and North America, who perhaps are not as respected, and then they go and surprise these established European and South American teams.
No, very well said. This was their third victory in the last several outings put together, and the first one after 24 years. But more on that a little later. I would like to join another view from our guest, Paulo. Paulo, can you hear us? If you can, just take us through the Spain's and the Germany match, which was very crucial. If Spain would have won, Germany would have been out. Do you think they're taking their opponents very lightly? Your thoughts onto it?
Hello. Good
yes,
morning.
Paulo. Good morning.
Hello, Alison. Hello, Patrick. Hello, everyone there. Yes, German, for me, I'm a little bit surprised because German normally is a ice team. And in this situation, in this group, everyone he can pass. And I think in the beginning, everyone say is Spain and German pass. But German, he come with some difficulties in the last games, but German is German, and one moment for another moment is in the game. And yesterday you can see Germany have 11 shooting, Spain 7, but Spain have 65% of position ball, and German only 35, and Germany create a lot of opportunities for can win the game. It's different styles, but Germany is an ice team. Every moment he can decide the game.
Well, but it was a very closely fought game. What are your views on the first half of the game? The world was looking at it, yeah.
The first half of the game, I think Germany come with everything. He say, I'm here, as you must win, you must make points. And so Spain is a little bit scared or a little bit surprised with attitude of German, because normal German not go like a crazy team. You go with the head, calm down. But this time Germany need points, and Spain a little bit difficult. It's a young team, a lot of young players with talent. But the second half, Spain he play with the ball, like Patrick say, like everyone say, and you know the style of Spain. He keep the ball, we have time, but Spain, I think, in the first 45 minutes, he surprised for attitude of Germany. He's not ready. He's not waiting for this aggressive too much of German team. And he make it rule.
Coach, one interesting point that a fan has, do you think that the Germans were playing defensive for a draw rather than going for a win? Because they didn't want to lose.
You go to win. Germany go to win. Germany need to pass. You know, this is World Cup. It's where is the best players, the best supporters, the best coach, the best everything. And so Germany want to be there. You want to be in the quarterfinals. So I think Germany go the next game with everything he can. He's not going to stay in the back waiting for results of other teams. He go strong, and he go with the football he have it. It's a ice football, cold ice. It's 2-3 passing ball in the box and try to shooting for goal. He go to look for goals.
Well, I'd like to go to Patrick. Patrick, you are at ground zero, understanding, meeting a whole lot of fans, how does it pan out when the 2010 and 2014 champions are actually playing for a spot in the 16 and ensuring they don't get eliminated from the draw? How do the fans feel? Do they feel cheated? Do they feel that their players are not putting in hard work enough? Your thoughts onto it, Patrick?
They feel nervous, I think, is the main thing. Listen, football is a game of surprises, of jeopardy. If we knew the result, if we knew that the strongest teams were always going to win, it'd be very boring. So I don't think the fans are necessarily blaming like bad work or lack of effort. I think they're just respecting their opponent as well. I think that the Germany fans had a lot of respect for Japan, but the Germans also were disappointed with the result. I think disappointed just with the performance. I think the one thing they said was that after Germany led 1-0 in the Japan game, they lost focus because they thought the job was already done. So that was the reaction of the German fans. As for the Spanish fans, I think they've actually been pleasantly surprised. From what I could tell, the Spanish fans were quite underwhelmed when the squad was selected. They thought, okay, it's an all right set of players, yes, but it's not really on the level of a Brazil or an England or Argentina as the teams that really want to try and win it. And then obviously with a 7-0 win against Costa Rica, and they were very unlucky not to beat Germany. I think the Spanish fans have been very happy so far.
Absolutely. Spanish fans are happy. But what about today's match? Who are you rooting for, Patrick?
Which match? There's four matches every day. It's brilliant.
Absolutely. So what are the matches that you would be keeping your eye on today's?
Well, I'll try to look at all of them. I mean, firstly, we have Cameroon, Serbia, which is very interesting. It's two teams that lost their first game and they're really fighting a clash of styles between Africa and Europe. I'm probably hoping for Cameroon because the African teams haven't done so well so far. Then South Korea against Ghana. South Korea, if they get a result, they're in a really strong position. But then the two bigger games between Brazil and Switzerland. Switzerland's a really exciting side. Their coach said it's the best Switzerland team ever, but Brazil's considered a favourite without Neymar. I'll be interested to see how they do. So Switzerland hoping for a surprise, but it will be a long shot. And then Portugal versus Uruguay. That's a really interesting encounter. It's sort of two teams that have their stars that are rapidly aging, Ronaldo and Suarez. So all four of those games seem really exciting, right?
Absolutely. We go on to the last game, which is the Portugal-Uruguay. And what a better way to get Paulo back in with his final closing comments on the Portugal team. And, of course, he's seen Uruguay play. Paulo, your thoughts on the Uruguay and the Portugal game. Will it keep you awake the whole night?
Yes, my friend. I did not go to sleep. I'm ready. I'm really ready now. So, as a coach, I try to see all the games possible. I go to see all the games afternoon. But of course, my point is for Portugal team and Uruguay. I don't know if everyone remember, Uruguay put us in home in 2018, as lose 2-1 with Uruguay. So I don't want the same. I don't want to go back home. So I think it's a very, very good game. It's going to be two strong teams. And I hope Portugal come with attitude for win. Not waiting for the draw or waiting for something happen. Come like attitude for win, as they have a very, very good players, very good team, and offensive as is very strong. So I hope my team, Portugal, and I believe, he come with everything and go to win the 3 points is what I want for can come down in the last game, not waiting for the last minute.
Paulo, last 30 seconds, your thoughts on the scoreline and who's going to score for your sheet?
I think 2-0 Ronaldo and João Felix, or 3-0 or 3-1 Ronaldo, João Felix and Bruno Fernandes.
Well, there's certainly a Portuguese fan and a coach who's been in Madeira, who's seen Ronaldo since the age of 12, 13 at Sporting Lisbon. Thank you. That's all we had time for. That was Patrick Green joining us live from Doha, Qatar, who's going to be waiting for his English team to score and get into the 16.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.